Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and we are in the middle of UK Wrestling Month / International Wrestling Month, and I figured I'd bring on a gentleman that is absolutely killing it on the independent wrestling scene over in the UK. He is the LWF World Heavyweight Champion, because that makes it even sound cooler. Troy, welcome to Dudes at Ringside. Troy Ryan, welcome.
Thank you, Joe. That's a great intro. That's really bigged me up there, so appreciate that. But yeah, pleasure to be with you, mate.
And you have more than just the LWF World Heavyweight Championship. Explain to my American fans how many belts you actually have.
So currently, I think they're on the shelf behind me there. So we've got 3 at the moment. So there's the LWF Championship there, and myself and Anderson Daniels were the tag team champions at Pro Wrestling for You and at Atomic Pro Wrestling as well. So yeah, really pleased to be representing all those companies, and yeah, we're doing all right at the moment.
Wow, yeah, I could tell, man. It's like I've asked these to like tons of American wrestlers. Like when you're traveling in the UK. Or if you have to fly to like Scotland or wherever you have to go to, do you have to buy a separate suitcase just to travel with the belts?
No, I don't have a separate case. I do have to. It depends. Like, I don't tend to take them all with me all the time. Like, I have done a couple of times when we've done, like photo shoots and promo pictures. And we did once have a promoter specifically ask, "Can you take all the belts with us?" And obviously, they're not just. It's not just me; it's my tag partner as well. So there's even more of them. So it was a bit of a nightmare to travel with. So yeah, I tend to try and keep them at home as much as possible, and unless I need them.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's one guy. He's had someone especially make him a suitcase for his title belts. Like,
I don't think I have that many quite yet, but hopefully we'll get to the point where I need one. But yeah,
that picture you sent me, I was just like, wow. That's like,
yeah, I think that was December of last year. I think that was 5 was the most that I had at one point. So yeah,
wow, that's crazy, dude. It blows my mind that like 5 title belts. Like, you have to like, you're already ripped as it is. Like, do you have to like do workouts because all those belts?
It's actually it's quite hard to balance them all and stuff. So yeah, like I say, tend to not have 5 at one go. Becomes more of a burden than anything else.
It's almost like having children. You're like, it's like the Rugrats. You're like, okay, there's Chucky, there's Phil, there's Lil, where's Tommy?
Yeah, that's it.
So Troy, when did you get into the wrestling business, and who trained you?
Sure. So I started in 2017 was my training. I trained at Future Shock, primarily under Sam Bailey. I owe him a lot. He's a fantastic wrestler, and I think an even better coach as well. So I trained at Future Shock, and I debuted in August of 2018. So obviously we lost a bit of time in the pandemic, unfortunately, but on and off, I think I've been wrestling for 6 or 7 years now. So yeah, we're doing all right.
Oh wow. So Troy, like, who are some of your who are some of the wrestlers that really got you into the business?
Sure. So yeah, I think like obviously Sam I owe an awful lot to. He's been a great mentor and a great coach. Ashton Smith, I don't know if you know Ashton, he was part of NXT UK as well.
Yeah.
We actually worked the same day job, and that's how I got into wrestling. And yeah, he's been really good. He's been really, really good to me as well. So like Ashton was kind of like my gateway into wrestling. We just happened to, like I say, work for the same company, and he was like a wrestler, and I didn't even really know that British wrestling, like the independent scene was a thing before I started. I'd only really watched WWE, so it was only when I started training. Like, I come from like a sports background primarily, so like I kind of took to it quite well. It was the sort of performance aspect that I sort of struggled with when I'd started, because I'd always played a lot of sports and I go to the gym a lot. So like the physical side of wrestling, I didn't have a problem with. But then I had to kind of learn the sort of performance elements of it and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think those are the guys that, obviously there's a lot of people that have helped me out over the years, but Ashton and Sam are the two that I really credit with helping me to get where I am now.
Awesome. So Troy, like how many times a day do you actually go to the gym?
A day. I don't really go more than once a day, but like I do. Obviously, I take my training really, really seriously. I've got a coach, Adam, who does all my programming for me and stuff like that. So I do have like 5 program sessions a week, and I've got to kind of manage that around wrestling bookings and things like that. So I am very busy. I actually trained this morning as well, like before coming to here. So yeah, it's 5 scheduled sessions a week, and then obviously there's wrestling training and all my shows kind of on top of that. So yeah, it keeps me very busy.
Awesome. We have one of my lovely fans here giving you a lovely little shout out, Mr. Troy.
Oh, he's the man. Yeah, a lot of time for Louis.
Always King Louis of the indie scene. You know, he's a good guy. I would love to.
He is, yeah.
I that's one of my dreams to come to the UK, and I've told Lisa, I've told Maddie, I've told the brand, I've told everybody. If I ever came to the UK, that would be one of the places I would definitely love. I would love to come see you guys and hang out with you guys and break bread and drink some beer and just talk. I think you'd be like, no, Joe, we're going to the gym. But like, this is for traveling. I can't. No, it'd be a funny video, TikTok video. They're like, Joe, nice to meet you. Now we're going to the gym. I see you gut.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, no, you got to enjoy yourself. You got to enjoy yourself on your holidays, mate. But yeah, there's a lot of good wrestling in the UK, so hopefully you can come over and experience it at some point.
Well, LWF has really told me that they would want me to come over. People have told me. I think even Lisa's told me, if you come here, Joe, you're gonna be treated like royalty. And I'm like, people have asked me, like American people that don't watch wrestling, and they asked me, do you ever feel like you're a celebrity? And I told them honestly, no. And I get scared even saying that because I don't want people to think I'm arrogant. Because I do this less for myself, Troy, and more for you guys. I love promoting people.
That's good of you. It's nice to give people a platform and, as you say, like open up to new audiences and stuff like that. So yeah, it's always very appreciated.
Yeah. So I noticed you have like your singlet that you wear in the ring, and was there ever a thought of like any other kind of attire but the singlet?
So I am thinking about changing it, like in the near future, actually, like looking at getting some different types of gear and stuff like that. Like I'd always thought, so like my biggest sort of like wrestling inspirations were like the Steiner brothers primarily, like, and I always thought like if you wrestle like more of a powerhouse style, that's the kind of look that you sort of go for. So yeah, like so that's kind of what I'm working with at the moment, but I am considering getting some new gear, maybe it's like some trunks or something like that, something a little bit different, and just see how that goes. But that's kind of where it came from, really, is I've always thought that like the sort of powerhouse wrestlers, that's what they tend to wear, so that's why we sort of went for that.
Yeah, like if you said the Steiner brothers, man, I could see you doing like if LWF or whatever show you're at, Butcher Stock does like a retro show. I could see you coming out with like the mullet, like the like Scott Steiner mullet, like the different color sides that like Alfie and his tag partner coming out like the Steiner brothers.
I don't know about the mullet. Not sure I'd suit that, but yeah, definitely some of the gear that we've got, like yeah, it's very much like inspired by like the Steiner brothers. I just think like that kind of like old school tag team stuff. Like I love the Steiners and the Legion of Doom, Road Warriors, like Harlem Heat as well. I thought were a really good tag team. Midnight Express, like I love a lot of like the more old school stuff, really. So like I like to kind of incorporate a bit of that into what I do now.
Well, funny thing is, Troy, this podcast has actually had Stevie Ray on it. So
have you really?
Yes, I interviewed
that's
Stevie
fantastic.
Ray.
Yeah, wow.
But the thing is, Stevie Ray came on the podcast, and it's on the Instagram page somewhere, and it won't let me share it because it gets just so old. It's been like for 3 years ago. He actually talked smack about Stone Cold Steve Austin on this podcast.
Oh, did he?
And it wasn't pretty. It was just like he called Stone Cold Steve Austin the female body part.
Oh no, really?
He called us like Stone Cold Steve Austin's a pussy.
Oh no.
And we were just like, we made history, but we didn't even realize we made history. Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure I know how to react. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh, I tried not to be overly reactive. Hey, here's my buddy right there. Smack talk. Yeah, that's my buddy Dave from the States. He's a good guy. He's a Ghostbusters cosplayer. That my buddy Dave.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I would definitely won't be talking any smack about Stone Cold. That's for sure.
Oh no. I would want to drink a beer with Stone Cold, just talk about all the stuff he did, but hang out with all his cats. He has
Yeah, it
cats.
sounds like he does. Yeah, he's good value on Instagram. Is Stone Cold. Yeah.
Of all, you think the rattlesnake wouldn't have cats? He has cats. Do you guys have cats, Troy?
Yeah, so we foster cats actually. So like we look after them and then find them a new home and stuff. So I think how many have we had now? Like about 12 like foster cats that like
Oh
we
my
look after.
gosh!
Not at one time, like not
Oh,
all
I
at
was
one
like,
time.
where'd they all go?
And then yeah, so we like look after cats and then once they're adopted and stuff like that. So like we just don't have the space at the moment to have them like full time. So we adopt them like from the animal shelter and foster them until they can find a proper home.
Yeah. So like with you and if I'm allowed to talk about you and Lily, like
Yeah, sure.
you guys travel together when it comes to shows?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. So like we luckily a lot of the shows that we work together. Not all the time, like sometimes I'll be over here and she'll be over there and stuff like that. But yeah, we do work quite a few of the same promotions, which is, obviously handy for travel and, otherwise we wouldn't see as much of each other as we do, so yeah, it's quite a unique thing really, but yeah, it's well, obviously we're both very happy and do a lot of the same shows. Yeah.
That's an interesting thing because you're like, you can think about it, you're a wrestling power couple. Like the picture that you guys had on your Instagram with your belts and then her belts, like,
Yeah.
have you ever like when you have the most amount of belts and then she has her belts, you ever stick them on the table and be like, like people have money? It's just like, I got this. What do you got, girl? Bring it out.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I think I'm beating her at the moment. But she's doing really, really well. She's absolutely this year she's been absolutely fantastic. Really sort of coming to her own. So I'm very proud of what she's doing, and yeah, she's fantastic.
I think she would be like wrestling power couple. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. You said I wouldn't call it that, but
I feel like it. You guys are like because I'm from the States and I watch you guys from afar, like on the Instagrams and the YouTube stuff. You guys have been like killing it. Both of you guys on the scene.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I think we both work really hard, and yeah, she works incredibly hard as well, and yeah, deserves all the success that she's had.
If you guys had a chance to become a tag team for like a few months and do like intergender tag team, what either couple or just in general, a male and a female, would you guys want to wrestle if they had like a tournament?
Yeah, sure. So we have teamed up a couple of times and we've enjoyed that. I think we'd like to do it a bit more. I would quite like to do it a little bit more. And I think I think it depends on some of like the mixed tag teams around. But I think like Crowley and Alexis Falcon, that'd be a great match. Lana and Rob Drake, that'd be a great match. Nathan Angel and Harley Hudson as well would be a great match. I know Lily especially loves wrestling Harley Hudson, so I think there's definitely a few out there, and we'd definitely be open to doing a little bit more of that as well. So obviously, like myself and Anderson, we're a very established tag team, and like we know each other like the back of our hands, and I really believe in us as a tag team, and I think we're one of the best in the UK at the moment. So like we want to push on with that, but obviously, if there's any opportunities to do that, some of the mixed tag stuff, I think we'd be all over that, to be honest, mate. Yeah.
Have you guys ever thought of traveling like more like is there any other places in the UK that you guys haven't hit yet that you've been wanting to go to?
To be honest, it's one of those, like I'm very, very busy at the moment. I think I've worked. I keep like a little spreadsheet with my matches in. So I think I've done like 60 60, it's over 60 matches, 60 shows this year, you know, and obviously I have like a full-time day job and stuff as well. So like I do always want to be wrestling more, but it's just within the confines of what I can actually manage. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, we'd obviously be looking to work more places and stuff like that. But like, I'm also like very happy with a lot of the places that we wrestle. You know, a lot of them put some trust in us, and yeah, just enjoy. Basically, I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, and I feel very fulfilled. But if more stuff comes along, I'm still ambitious enough to want to do that as well.
Yeah. Have you ever thought of coming to the States?
Well, I'd love to. Yeah, so we went to Denmark earlier this year. That was quite a cool experience. Really, really enjoyed that. The guys at Nordic Elite Wrestling it's just a fantastic setup. Like, they couldn't have been better to us. It was really cool. But America, yeah, it's just what it's like. I say, we both have full-time day jobs, and it's very expensive to fly over. But if yeah, if someone's willing to pay to fly us over, I'll be on the next plane, mate. So yeah, I just can't afford that myself at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, I get that. It's absolutely crazy these days to even get a green, like a green card, or like,
Yeah,
you know,
there's visas and there's stuff like that, you know. So
insane.
yeah, like it's like I'd absolutely not rule it out, but I think it's something that requires quite a lot of forward planning, and you know, kind of want to make sure it's all above board and stuff like that. So yeah, not ruling it out, but I don't think it's going to happen next week, basically.
Yeah, I just feel bad for you guys. The ones that really want to come here, they can't. And it's like five. You need 5 visas to come to the States, and I'm like, if I had if I had $1 million, every time I see a wrestler that wants to come to be booked, I'm like, if I should print a $1 million man, I'm just like, here, just look away.
Yeah, no, I know. So it's something to think about. Like, one of my best friends lives in Canada, and he's always telling me to come and visit. So it's yeah, something to look at. It's just maybe when the schedule dies down a little bit, if it ever dies down, I might start taking a look at that a bit more seriously.
Well, I got a good one for you, Troy. If you had to do a top 5 of your all-time favorite Steiner brother matches, what matches would be in that top 5?
Top 5. So I think number 1 is probably against the Nasty Boys at Halloween Havoc. I think that's probably that's my favorite Steiner's tag match. I really also enjoy them against Luger and Sting as well. I think that's a really good one. I think the matches with Doom were excellent as well. I think those are some that's really like my sort of thing. And then after that, it's I may be struggling for a top 5 because there's quite a few that are going around in my head. But I feel like for a top 3, those probably stand out.
I kind of feel bad because like we bond on that one thing. I love the Steiner brothers, like that their gear.
Yeah.
Even though WCW painted them as like the American good boys, like the college boys, like, you know, I'm just
Yeah.
like. But WCW, when they're at WCW, they had that certain cut. Rick had that mullet at the beginning, and Scott had the mullet. Rick had that short hairstyle, and he was kind of like babbling, like,
yeah, he was the crazy one, wasn't he? Yeah.
Like, he was kind of like the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, that's not a bad description, actually. Yeah.
But I loved Rick. Rick was my favorite. Like, me and my buddy when I went to college, we were like Steiner Brothers freaks, and everybody would make fun of us because we were such big fans of Steiner Brothers. And I was like Rick because I had short hair, and I was like, oh.
I was lucky enough to meet Scott. I spent the weekend with him at the convention last year.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah. So it's kind of like Comic-Con, but it's in the UK. It's called For the Love of Wrestling. I don't know if you've heard of it. But we at Future Shock, we run a show there every year. And so like last year we wrestled Fandango and Tyler Breeze, which was a pretty cool experience. We teamed with Santino Marella the year before, which was quite cool. And they've just announced for this year. I'll find the poster because we've got Rob Van Dam this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a great card. Like last year we had Tajiri, so you get to kind of rub shoulders with some of the stars, really. So yeah, Jay Lethal, Rob Van Dam, Bushwhacker Luke, Matt Cardona, the Iconics. Yeah, it's really really cool. So, but yeah, like last year I was lucky enough to spend the whole weekend with Scott Steiner, which was kind of bucket list stuff, really. So yeah. If you do come over in February, get yourself to the full of wrestling, because some of the guests that they have there, we've had Sting, we've had Kurt Angle, we've had Goldberg.
Wow.
You know, it's an incredible experience. Yeah.
That's a blessing, man, that you guys get those legends. Do they ever get a chance to like speak before the actual event to you guys? Like you guys are all sitting there like with the meeting and actually
So
talk?
it's mainly like kind of like meet and greets for fans and things like that, you know, photo ops and stuff like that. But yeah, we've had some of the ex, like, you know, WWE guys and stuff, like Raj, Desi, Jinder Mahal last year, Rhino, D'Lo Brown, and they're all like super friendly. Oh, Heath Slater was there as well. Like, they're all like super friendly guys. You know, like, everyone's been really accommodating and stuff. And I remember a couple of years ago doing it was in Liverpool, not Manchester, and just at ringside, I'm doing my entrance, and there's JBL, Billy Gunn, MJF, and they're all just sat there. I'm like, oh my god, I've got to wrestle in front of these people.
Oh.
And one of the boys did a promo unscripted and with MJF, which was really cool. He was a really good sport. And he got involved as well. So yeah, like, I'm just quite excited about that. That's just been announced for February of next year. So I need to make sure I'm fit, healthy, and available for that one. Yeah.
Fingers crossed, man. Stay healthy, because it's
Yeah.
wrestling. I know with your training and your wrestling shows, like, do you have like an off day? I know you work, but do you have like your off day after like a show?
Not sometimes, as long as I get my 5 sessions in and I can make all my wrestling bookings. If I can take a day off, I will take a day off, but I don't tend to have a lot of just like rest days per se. But yeah, as long as I'm consistent and I hit those sessions and I make all my wrestling, then that's fine. But usually my off days are wrestling days. So yeah, but no, I'm doing all right then.
That's good, man. Well, this is a funny question. Have you ever taken a bump and then afterwards at work, someone sees the bruise and goes, "What happened?"
Not quite. So I've actually, like, I don't know if you can see like on my head here, but like
Yeah.
it's kind of faded a little bit now. But like every now and again, there'll be something where you get like a little bit of a black eye. But everyone at work knows I'm a wrestler, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
But I caught a dive the other day, and it scraped, like, the guy's gear scraped down my face. So I had to kind of explain in the office why I've got this cut on my forehead. But luckily I've not been. I've had a few injuries, but nothing like too debilitating. You know, I always try and keep myself as healthy as possible. Yeah.
I took my first bump a few months ago at a show, High Grounds, that's in PA. It's another good, nice promotion, very small promotion. I took my first ever bump. I took a Sister Abigail. I don't know if anybody knows that in the chat. Joe took his first bump. I'm not a wrestler, but I took my first bump. I wanted it.
Good. Yeah, cool. How was that?
It went well.
Good.
Didn't hurt.
Yeah.
My dad was like, "You're gonna be injured the next day. You're gonna be hurt. Your back." I was just like, "Boop."
You're right. I have to take another one now.
I want to take a front bump, and all the girls are like, I know one girl's like that knows me. That's from Long Island, New York, and she's like, "AK." She sent me the frothing mouth emoji. She's like, "Don't let me think about this, Joe. You're too innocent and sweet. We don't want to kill you." And I'm like, she's like, "What? Do you want to take another back bump?" I said, "No, I want to take a front bump." And she's like, she sent me the frothing mouth emoji, like drooling. And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Oh, you could just take my spear." And I'm just thinking, "Oh my god, please! I want to take a jumping spear." Like, I'm like, for some reason I'm jumping and then turn around and like lamb. But I want to leave the glasses on this time. Hopefully they don't just fly off. Like,
no, yeah, they might. Yeah, you got to watch out for that.
That's why I joked with the promoter. I said, if I take a bump, I need for you to go to Party City or go on Amazon and order me an extra pair of red glasses so I can toss those on. And if I take a bump and the glasses go flying, these ones don't.
You'll still be able to see afterwards. Yeah,
they're not like, these aren't prescription. These are just for fun.
Yeah.
But
you don't want to ruin them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to ruin them. The promoter looked at me like, I was like, "What? That's my payment. My stunt glasses." Like, thanks.
I've never been paid in glasses before, but yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. If before I go, Troy, if my fans want to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
Sure, yeah. So I'm on Instagram and Twitter. I don't know if everyone still calls it Twitter, and it's just Troy Ryan PW is the handle for both of those.
Okay. If any of my fans want to like pick up any merch or like anything of yours, where can they find it?
Yeah, sure. So we do have like a big cartel store you can order directly from. I'll just find out exactly what that is. So yeah, it's just for me and Anderson together. So the Meat Wagon merch. So it's meatwagonmerch.bigcartel.com.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine the t-shirts that says I'm part of the meat wagon or call them. Oh my god, guys, you have to write this down, Troy. Get a
Yeah.
t-shirt that just says has you guys flexing like this and on the back said call the meat wagon.
Yeah, that's a good. Well, do you know what? We've released a new shirt last week actually, but maybe that's the next one because yeah, I'm looking at new designs. So yeah,
Well, if you come out with that one, remember that I said that and send me
yeah,
the first copy. I will wear the hell out of that.
cool. That's your commission. Then I'll send you one.
I love wearing t-shirts that wrestlers I'll possibly never meet. Like
Mhm.
LWF sent me a shirt. I have one of their shirts. I have who else? I have a bunch of other wrestlers. I have Alfie. I have an Alfie
Yeah, Alfie,
shirt.
she's great. Yeah,
Love it. I'm just supposed to work with her. Something came up and never heard back from her. I was kind of scared. I was like,
yeah.
uh-oh. But if there's any kids watching this show later on, and they want to get into the business like you guys did, what kind of advice would you have for them?
Yeah. So I would wait till you're a bit older to start with, but there's other stuff that you can be doing. So like martial arts classes, things like that. But I wouldn't be taking bumps as a kid personally. But I think as well, train in lots of different places, find out what works for you, speak to people with more experience. And obviously, if it wants age appropriate, you do need to go to the gym, keep yourself healthy, keep yourself in wrestling shape as well. But yeah, just be a sponge, speak to more experienced people, train as many places as you can, and above all else, just to make sure you're enjoying it.
Awesome. Troy, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Thank you so much for coming on and telling your stories about your career.
Oh, you're
If
very
there was
welcome.
any shows
Hmm.
coming up that if anybody wants to buy a ticket, especially the LWF show coming up, uh,
Yeah.
they always send me their poster, and I always talk about it during the show before we go. If anybody wanted to buy any tickets for the LWF upcoming show, where can they find the tickets?
Sure. So I've got a lot of good shows coming up. So Salford next week is sold out, so unfortunately you can't come to that one. But we're wrestling at Global Wrestling Kingdom for Al Snow in Barnsley on the 31st. And then next month there's a lot going on. But for LWS specifically, the 26th, so it's Friday the 26th of September, where I'll be wrestling Kenny B in the main event. So make sure you don't miss that.
Wow. Awesome. Troy, again, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Wish you nothing but the best of luck on your wrestling journey. And tell once again, and same with Lily. But kind of sad she kind of beat my Maddie Morgan. But
Yeah, yeah.
kind of
I think a
that
lot
was
of people weren't happy about that, but
Did you know that actually she came on my podcast after she won the title? Like,
Maddie did. Yeah,
yeah, Maddie, right after
yeah,
I teared up when she came on the screen with the belt on her shoulder. I was like,
yeah.
when they sent me that video, I cried. I was like,
She's got a very big future ahead of her as
yes.
Maddie. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But let
yeah,
Lily get her shine as glare in the ice box, not in the sunshine. You don't want to melt her. Like, you know what I mean? But thank you so much. I'm Joe Panther the third.
Oh, I'm Troy Ryan.
And we will catch you in the next one.
Thank you very much.